So the highest point is, of course, that mountain peak, which is 5,000 feet, 5,500.
Yes.
There was something with even, uneven,
Yeah, but you can
plus 500.
you're allowed to forget that rule.
What was it?
If you're flying to the east, odd pilots fly to the east. So if you are flying to the east, you're flying odd numbered altitude. So that would be 3,000 and always plus 500. It's just a standard rule. Always plus 500. So 3,500, 5,500, 7,500. So the first digit is an odd numbered. That's when you go fly to an easterly direction. So that would be any degree that it's already going to the east. So if you're flying 001 degrees, that's already 1 degree to the east, then you would already need it to fly that odd numbered VFR altitude. If you go to the west, it's an even numbered altitude. And that would be 4,500, 6,500, 8,500.
But what does count as going west or east?
Well, just as I said, any degree that's on the, so for example, here you can see the heading indicator, right? And here you see south and north. So any degree on this side of the compass, even 1 degree a little bit left to south would be counted as an east.
So I would be going west.
Very good.
Pilots who fly to the west are the best. And that means that you fly on an even.
Oh, I love you. Yeah. And that means that you need to fly an even. All right, if that is a good reminder. Great. Okay,
plus 500 again, right?
Always plus 500. IFR pilots fly on, well, doesn't matter. Plus 500.
Okay, so I would fly 6,500. But there was a minimum altitude that you...
Very good. If you are flying, only if you're flying 3,000 feet above the ground, then that rule applies. We like to make things complex. So, and anyway, if you're flying low to the ground, you can fly any altitude you like. But if you're flying high up, and that means higher than 3,000 feet above the ground, so in this case, you see this mountaintop, 5,000 feet. If you are flying 6,000 feet here, that's totally okay, because 6,000 feet for this terrain means that you would be flying 500 feet above the ground.
Yeah.
And so the rule doesn't apply. So in other words, this is quite high terrain. What you could also just do is say, I'm just going to fly lower than 3,000 feet above the ground, which is already quite high. Yeah. And so you can skip this entire rule, and for you this is fine. It's just this is already a graduation kind of rule. I love you for remembering it, but perhaps it's a little bit too much for this flight. But you're actually right. If there was no terrain here, you could fly at you should fly at 6,500 or 4,500. You're going to the west, so that's an even numbered cruising altitude.
Yeah. Okay. So
what altitude should you fly?
Altitude-wise is 6,000 would be fine.
Exactly. As long as you're flying higher than that mountaintop, I would say. You can also circumvent it, just fly next to it, and you can fly a little bit lower.
Because what I also need to check is the altitude of Jacqueline Cochran.
Very good.
Which is actually quite low, which is the traffic pattern is